So throughout this video, the recording software kind of failed on me, and it created like a very laggy picture and a very laggy video, but it would just randomly go into an extreme spiral of just wacky, non-watchable, less than a frame a second videos. Hopefully you guys don't really care about it, and I hope you enjoy. See ya. If I sound weird, it's because I'm sick right now, and I just wanted to get this video done with because I've been working on it for a week. Today we dive into an adventure of torment and sadness. People all over the world have never dared to answer this question. I will go through the torment of my asshole being continuously stretched over and over and over. The intense rage of using the worst weapon imaginable during the intense fights with the Chad himself causes the worst cases of yogurt on your sweatshirt imaginable. Here are the rules. Rule number 1. The only gun, grenade, and shield I can use are the ones given to me in the first mission. Having any other gun at all in your inventory is prohibited and illegal. The weapons that are forced into my inventory will be immediately dropped. If I use any other gun, I will have failed. Regla numero dos. I am allowed to use any of the abilities for my character I choose, for this would be impossible for my diddly darn absolute garbage skills in Borderlands to use only the gun. Me being the worst Borderlands player in history, thinking Gigamind was hard to kill, will have trouble with this game. Let's get into it. Can you beat Borderlands 3 with only the starting gear? We created a new game and set it to easier to avoid the intense yogurt from attacking me. I listened to the beautiful Marcus tell his story, had some recording issues, and chose the very cool and amazing Flak. I chose Flak for his animal abuse and using animals to be able to attack enemies at their own will. This will make the game a lot easier for me. Made him more beautiful than he already was, possibly signed my life away, and finally got my first and only weapon that will soon lead to immense headaches. Listen to Claptrap Chad his way into the base, and then had his Chadness sucked out of him from the magnet, making Gigamind the new #1 Chad. I went through the camp, absolutely destroying everyone's assholes on the way. I met Shiv and absolutely destroyed his glabella with my rockets. Watched Lilith's dumbass fall out of the sky. Met Lilith, and went off to get the vault map, but instead found a weird homeless man named Vaughn that was hung up to a crane. Brought Vaughn to Lilith, and then went to the Holy Broadcast Center. This is where my first aneurysm happened and I died for the first time. Bruh. I stuck through and finally met the Mouthpiece and immediately 360 no-scoped him out of existence. I listened to Tyrene inflate her ego to the size of Trump's comb-over, then gave the vault map to Lilith and watched her be useless the one time she would be useful. Gave the vault map to Tanis and proceeded to distribute yogurt to the children of the vault. We then looked at a completely unreadable hologram and ran over a bunch of hopeless animals for fuel. I stole a bag of Doritos and listened to Typhon DeLeon talk about his new podcast. Watched Lilith get jumped by 2 fuckboys. And here's some footage of gameplay for anyone who thinks I'm cheating. Bruh. Destroyed a badass while attempting a terrible 360 melee attack. Lost my mind after seeing a tall smurf in Borderlands. Told Lilith to get up because her pizza rolls were burning, and watched my favorite cutscene in the whole game. Watched Claptrap save everyone with his ass. Then a bunch of my crew members came out of the closet. I fell out of the sky, witnessed how hard this game was going to get after how long it took me to kill one enemy, met Lorelei, took a drive through the sewers with Lorelei, continued to smash open the heads of the baddies, and died for a second time. I met Reese and his beautiful, moist, amazing moustache. Made my beautiful vehicle, drove to Atlas, got my asshole ripped open by the enemies, and met my main man Zero. Decided to give myself a little challenge by switching the difficulty back to normal, and immediately regretted it. After dying a good 100 times over and over and over. So yeah, that was a mistake. I still died after setting it back to easier. Gave Zero his new butt plug, and met the hottest character in the game, Giga Chad. Almost died once from Giga Chad, then attempted a slide tackle to finish him off, but my fucking pet crab killed him before I could make it to him. Met back up with Reese's mustache, and gave him a brain, then put his beautiful mustache in my gun, so I can look at it at all times. Fell out of the sky again, bashed my way through the planet, died,
just a couple times. Met the only important siren, Maya. Bashed in some more skulls. Died more. Met the most unimportant character, Ava. Then stole some bodies from graves. Fought the weirdest looking nest I've ever seen. And spilled more yogurt while I was on my way to meet Maya. Dead. And met Captain Trant. And this is where I failed. I had spent a good 6 hours on this one boss and couldn't even get past the shield. When I did, I would immediately die from ball rolling around. I even tried to use the grenades at all times, but would still die from some bullshit flying out of the sky. I had lost my mind fighting this boss and couldn't do this.
Oh my fucking god!
I'd even tried to use a different terrible weapon, but still died a lot. I ended up having to get a different weapon that was a lot better than the shitty pistol. Went back to Captain Chad and killed him, but I used the pistol to finish him off, so technically this doesn't count. So we're gonna forget about this. Found a random piece of metal and learned the worst written character might actually be a siren. Got rid of the other gun. Gave Tannis the piece of metal as I watched her turn to Pharaoh. Finally met the mustache. And also Reese. Was given a hard drive and took a circle to my least favorite place. Pushed my way through some of them, died a couple of times. Changed my weapon skill and died more times. And sadly, this was the end. I couldn't get past some of the guys in the elevator room and died way too many times. I'd been playing this game for way too long. I'd gotten to the point where my sweatshirt was full of yogurt. My asshole was way too stretched out for the intense dicking I had received from these badasses. I was losing it and had to end it. I'm sorry for letting you all down. If you want more of these vids, I will make sure to succeed in the next vid. I'm very sorry and don't expect forgiveness.